Welcome to the Explore with Chooks channel. China is giving Hollywood a blockbuster. Hollywood movie banned in China? What's going on, guys? Is this the next big blowback from Trump's MAGA tariff wars? Stick around because today we are diving into how China is clamping back at the US and is hitting where it hurts. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and share so that YouTube can recommend my channel to more viewers. Before we jump in, I would love to shout out to the creators of the clips that we'll be watching together. All credit goes to them for capturing and sharing these important moments. Their work helps us spark necessary conversations, and I truly respect that. So grab a seat, stay locked in, and let's get into it. And don't forget to subscribe.
China just banned all Hollywood movies. That is a $7 billion a year industry for Hollywood. It's gone.
Should China worry about U.S. tariffs?
We never worry about it.
Why not?
Yeah. We only focus on ourselves, how we can do much better. We don't worry about others.
So you don't worry about President Trump's next moves?
Of course. Nobody worry about it.
China is now taking aim at Hollywood. That's right. In response to Trump's increase in tariffs of 125%, China has announced they are going to cut back on the amount of Hollywood films they import into the country. So that means Hollywood blockbusters, major Hollywood films, are going to lose potentially millions of dollars in the coming weeks and months as long as this trade war drags on. China is one of the largest theatrical exhibitors in the world. They screen tons of US-made movies and account for a large portion of the global box office. So films coming out like Thunderbolts, Superman, Lilo and Stitch, they could see box office totals drop significantly, resulting in millions of dollars lost for the studios, already reeling from the 2023 writers and actors strikes and the LA fires that occurred in January. And this industry is in a contraction, now trying to recover. This is just an example of one of the ways trade wars can escalate and affect other different sectors of our economy in ways we didn't expect. It's not just a tariff, a tax on things, it's a restriction of entertainment into a country, entertainment that's usually highly profitable in China. So they're trying to get more pressure put on Trump to drop these tariffs. And this is just another reason why we need to end this trade war now, so we can help Los Angeles recover from the wildfires and help our industry recover and support film and TV. So
Welcome back, fam. So here is the deal. China is reportedly pulling back hard on Hollywood movies, and many are linking it to the return of Trump's tough-talking MAGA era tariff sanctions. We are talking billions of dollars at stake, and China seems unbothered, almost fearless. But why target movies? Hollywood isn't just an entertainment, it's a global economic machine, and China is its second biggest market. If China shuts that door, studios lose hundreds of millions of dollars, and that's not just a slap, it's a power play. This could mean layoffs, smaller films budgets, and less profit in storytelling. It might also hurt American soft power, the influence the US has through culture. Imagine Marvel movies not being released in China. That's a huge chunk of revenue gone. And it's not just about movies. If this turns into a broader trade and culture standoff, we could see ripple effects across tech, fashion, and even tourism. So how are people in the US reacting? Hollywood is nervous already. Yes, they are. The MAGA crowd, some of them are actually celebrating. They are calling it decoupling and saying it's time America stops depending on China altogether, even if it means a short-term pain. But others are asking, is this really a win? And that's a good question. Is this really a win, guys? What do you think? Is China being bold or reckless? Will this hurt the US more than China? And do you think banning Hollywood movies is just the beginning? Drop your thoughts in the comment, guys. Let's talk about it, and don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss out on these global takes. Because what's happening today could change everything tomorrow. Be patient to watch the next video reaction, then I'll come back for us to discuss further.
All right, fam, let's be real. Trump's tariff war just picked a fight with Hollywood's wallet. And China is about to clap back with one of the weapons that hits deep: movie money. See, President Trump's administration dropped global tariffs like there was mixtapes. And now China is threatening to reduce or ban American films as a retaliation. But here's the twist. China doesn't need Hollywood like it used to. They've got Ne Zha 2 grossing $2.11 billion globally, with nearly 90% of that coming from China alone. That's more than Infinity War or The Force Awakens. A Chinese animated film just beat The Avengers. Let that sink in. Meanwhile, American blockbusters are struggling to get a slice of that pie. See, Deadpool vs. Wolverine made only 4.43% of its total box office from China. Minecraft, the movie, pulled only 10% from China during its opening. The math don't lie. You know, Hollywood's grip on China is slipping, and Trump's policies are just pushing it right off the cliff. See, in the early 2010s, US movies were dominating Chinese theaters. Studios were rewriting scripts, changing cast members, and they were digitally adding Chinese product placement just to get that China money. But now, China's building its own billion-dollar blockbusters, backed by state funds, production quality, and national pride. And while American filmmakers are still trying to sneak tractors into superhero movies for Chinese approval, Beijing is looking at Hollywood like, we good over here. But this just ain't about movies. It's about soft power, global influence, and economic leverage. Hollywood used to be America's biggest cultural export. Now it's hanging on while the second largest economy in the world builds its own cinematic empire and prepares to cut us out completely if need be. And here's the kicker. This hurts us more than it hurts them. See, studios already struggling from COVID shutdowns, streaming fatigue, and 2 massive strikes last year can't afford to lose the China market. So America, ask yourself, was starting a trade war really worth possibly losing billions in the box office dollars? Can Hollywood survive without China? Or is this just another case of Trump playing checkers on a chessboard? Either way, Ne Zha just stomped out Iron Man and Mickey Mouse without breaking a sweat. And China ain't even pressed about it.
Welcome back, fam, and thank you for sticking around. Hollywood is losing billions, and this might be the beginning of a cultural cold war. Now let's rewind. Hollywood and China had a complicated love story. Studios made huge money in China. But over the past few years, things have changed. Censorship got tighter, fewer Hollywood films were approved in China. China is really drawing a hard line. Some insiders say that this isn't just politics, it's a personal game. China feels disrespected by America's rhetoric and sanctions. And this banning of Hollywood is their way of saying, we don't need you. Let's talk about China's fearlessness. They are not bluffing. Banning Hollywood doesn't hurt them the way some might think. It hurts America more. Why? They have built their own movie industry. Films like Wolf Warrior and The Battle of Lake Changjin have crushed the box office. They control the narrative. Movies are more than entertainment, they are message tools. China prefers content that fits into their culture and value. Economic self-reliance is the goal. By pushing out American media, China is trying to strengthen their internal market. So yeah, China is not scared. They are strategic. Here is what losing China means to America. A 300 to 500 million loss per blockbuster and about 7 billion loss annually, lower investor confidence in entertainment stock, studios pulling back on diverse and high-budget films that rely on global sales, and let's not forget so easily, when Hollywood loses foreign market access, they cut jobs, writers, directors, post-production team. The ripple effect is real, guys. Now let's shift to America. The MAGA crowd, they are overhyped. Let me be honest, guys, they're overhyped. Many see this as a proof that Trump's America First strategy is working. It's not working. America is losing big time. America is dependent on China. Cutting ties will force a patriotic cultural revival. But critics have this to say. Be careful what you wish for. This isn't just a political win. It's an economic loss and a fewer exports. That means it's not a win-win for America. So, the country is split. Some are waving flags, others are waving red flags. Here is what might come next. Hollywood pivot harder to India, South Korea, and Latin America. US start producing more nationalist and conservative contents to appeal the domestic audience. China accelerates its soft power push by exporting more of its own media worldwide. And let's not forget the geopolitical implications. If other countries start picking sides in the cultural war, we could see the entertainment world become the next battlefield of global influence. So what do you think? Is China just protecting its culture, or trying to humiliate the US? Can Hollywood survive without China's box office? Is this the price of going full MAGA? Let's unpack this together. And hey, if you like content that dives deep and challenges the headlines, like, subscribe, and smash the bell. This isn't just about movie, this is about power, money, and the future of global influence. So stick around for the next few minutes for the next reaction videos, then we'll come back and summarize.
Hello, hello, hello. Happy Wednesday. So, we got China stopping all Hollywood movies for retaliation of the 50% tariff on China. Orange Buffoon is going to lose at the end of the day because you're going to back down at the end of the day, the Orange Buffoon. $7 billion. $7 billion annually is what Hollywood movies make in China. Imagine that. Hollywood people, where are all the directors? Whatever you call them, actors, actresses, y'all about to lose some damn ass money because y'all motherfuckers shut the fuck up and did not help our lady to win. Y'all say it's better not to say anything. Y'all about to say something because China is retaliating.
Have you guys seen this thing on China banning Hollywood movies? I guess in retaliation to Trump's tariffs, they're trying to ban any new Hollywood films playing in China. It's not really a big problem for them because people are starting to grow more into watching like Chinese domestic made films. For a long time, China made up the majority of the American box office in terms of globally. I think post-pandemic America picked back up and we make billions here domestically. So I think this is a big blow to Hollywood.
China is reportedly considering a ban on U.S. films in response to Trump's 104% tariffs. And this really isn't a good thing because whether you like Hollywood is irrelevant. Hollywood makes a lot of money for America. And China is the world's largest box office, and Hollywood studios have become increasingly reliant on the Chinese market. So this hurts our economy big time if China actually does this.
Oh no, I'm devastated.
And that's it for today's conversation, fam. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate you for spending your time with me. Let me whisper this to your ears. If you really enjoyed this video or learned something from the video, do me a favor. Hit the like button and drop a comment below. I would love to hear your thoughts. And please, if you love this kind of content and want to see more, subscribe to the channel. It might seem small, but it really helps me to grow. The more you like, comment, and subscribe, the more YouTube recommends this content to others. And that means we can spread the message and build this community together. Thanks again, guys, for the love and support. Until next time, stay safe, stay aware, and stay proud. Explore with Chooks, signing out.